Dan, you were an exec at Coinbase, much bigger company. Now you're a founder. For anybody else who's just about, in the stage of like starting something, for me personally, I actually think this is like it's a great opportunity to be like really aggressive and go for it. But how would you think about it?
Yeah, so I think having grown up in crypto, it feels a little weird because for the last 10 years, the rest of the tech industry hasn't had a downturn, but crypto's already had two. And I've had, they call them
Yeah.
crypto winters, but there were pretty lean times at Coinbase 2014 to
Yep.
2017. And then after the euphoria of 2017, things came down pretty hard in 2018 and 2019 to the
Yeah.
point where, revenue corrected. I mean, almost 80%, right? Everything that you're seeing in public markets has already happened multiple times
Yep.
in crypto. And so I think there was always a mentality that you didn't know, kind of trying to predict the future was not going to be a useful exercise. And so there was always kind of okay, how much cash do we have? Like, how long do we, what the runway calculator that I think it's like Y Combinator or Paul Graham has is
Yep.
like, are you default dead? And that's something that Coinbase, even in 2018, 2019, was running at board meetings of like, okay, how much cash do we have? And
Yeah.
the ability to fundraise in 2019 for a crypto company, no one was interested in it. And then obviously
Yep.
the market got really excited about crypto last year, and Coinbase is back down to where it
Yeah.
was in 2019. So I think that there's a mentality that crypto people who've been around for a while, they've seen these cycles, and it's kind of interesting to start it to have it apply to the
Does it
rest of the
just
tech.
mean you have thicker skin now to deal with this? How do you think about it as you're starting a company now?
Well, I mean, a lot of the advice that everyone's been sharing is pretty practical. I mean, ultimately, if you don't have enough cash to survive as a company,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're Series seed or Series D,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter. And so I think I'm friends with a lot of founders at different stages, and what's interesting is a lot of the later stage founders that I know, they haven't done layoffs yet, and there's a variety of
Mm-hmm.
reasons. It's a hard thing to do.
Yep.
It's somewhat embarrassing feeling, or and obviously the employees that you care about. But the reality is, like, if you have to do that hard thing, you should do it as soon as
You should just
possible
do it.
because it's going to extend
Uh-huh.
your runway as much as possible. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, if you're at a more early stage, all the things that have been said about prices for rounds and things like that. But ultimately, I think people need to kind of figure out, okay, what do I need to do? And in the case of crypto, I think we could be in a crypto market that's sideways for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so then it's like, okay,
Mhm.
what do I want to accomplish over the next 2 or 3 years, and then try to make runway that might have been originally planned for a year or 18 months last as long.
Mm-hmm.